Some tricky news in the last 2 days with Canelo Alvarez and his Golden Boy camp obviously having to go through. They've actually failed to obviously keep the IBF belt. Where do you see that with promoters and boxers not getting that communication right? We've got a world champion here with Canelo Alvarez and he's just had to vacate his IBF belt.
Yeah, that's sad, and it shouldn't happen. I mean, it's just simply organisation, and it's hard to understand how it can happen. You think somebody's got to be responsible in that organisation. I mean, it is a business after all. It'd be like a PA not reminding, the CEO that he had an appointment. It's something that just doesn't happen. So if somehow it did happen, it's not good that it did. I would only assume that Golden Boy would take steps with their procedures to make sure it can't happen again. I would certainly hope that also Canelo Alvarez would do the same, and he'd have some checks and balances in place. But have they ever heard of Google Calendar?
Yeah.
Seriously, it's not a good look. But let's hope it doesn't happen again.
And obviously with boxers and promoters, and we've learnt this a lot from Floyd going out on his own. When you go out on your own, you can sort of control that more yourself, can't you?
You can.
Would you, like with someone like Canelo, could he break away from Golden Boy?
I mean, obviously, I don't know what the contractual arrangements are between Canelo and Golden Boy, so you'd have to look at the documentation between them, what the arrangement really is. But you can, but it's not always that easy either. Promotion, it is a unique business. It takes particular skills and contacts, both with media and, absolutely being able to promote that event. Of course, you need contacts with the organisations, the rating. It is a business, as Bob Aaron would know after all the time he's been in it. You're always learning in this game. So that's, just because someone's a good boxer doesn't make them a good trainer. It doesn't make them a good promoter. There are different sets of talents and skills that are required. So maybe it will work, maybe it doesn't work. And I think it's different. It has worked for Floyd Mayweather because, he's obviously very skillful at both promotion and boxing, but, it doesn't mean to say it'll work for everyone. Depends on their unique talents and skills.
Some sad news with Dylan Whyte positively testing with drugs. Do you think in the sport of boxing there is a lot of that and we're sort of gauging it more now?
I think there is, in all sports. I mean, I remember once people were asked the question, bodybuilders, if they could take a drug that would win them the Mr. Olympia, but they would die the next day, would they do it? And it was staggering how many people said yes, they would. So if people are prepared to give up their life to win a bodybuilding title, what are they prepared to do to win the sort of money that they could win in the boxing arena at the top end of town? So it is sad. I don't like it. I'm so against drugs. I hate drugs. I see what they do to society, to kids. I detest drugs in every way, shape and form. I like to see athletes fight clean. I do believe in a level playing field. And yes, we do need to continually put things in place, such as the WBC clean boxing program and things like that in an effort to try and clean up the sport. So, I am very much for a level playing field. Of course, there is always the danger these days, with swimmers and all athletes, that you can be taking supplements, and the same company that makes the supplements may also manufacture drugs. So there are traces of drugs on these conveyor belts and things and machines when they're
the ingredients
encapsulating things. Absolutely, so there are a lot of things that need to be done, and this is where I think athletes taking any form of supplementation need to be incredibly careful, because we all know that at the end of the day with VADA, it is the athlete that's responsible for what they put in their mouth. Not the trainer, not the coach, it's the athlete themselves. So they need to make sure that the systems are in place.
What do you think, anyone that's getting caught like Dylan Whyte, what should be the punishment?
Well, I don't like to be, yes, I think the key with punishment is it should be fair, it should be consistent, it should be known what the outcomes are going to be to all the athletes. So if you know the rules, it should be very black and white. And I think, they set the rules in place, and then they just make sure they administer them with fairness and consistency, so that there's no favouritism, just because you've got a big name. And that's the approach that I think should be taken.
No worries. All right, thanks Glenn for catching up with us at FightHype.
You're always welcome, Nick.